Have you ever looked in the mirror and whispered to yourself, "I don't even recognize this version of me anymore"? Not in a dramatic, tearful way, just that quiet, sinking moment when your clothes feel tighter, your energy's missing, and you wonder, how did this happen, and how do I fix it without flipping my whole life upside down? If that's you, you're not broken, you're not lazy, and you're definitely not alone. Most of us do our best with the time, stress, and responsibilities life throws us. You've got work, family, errands, texts to reply to, and groceries to buy. Somewhere between your morning coffee and collapsing into bed at night, the last thing you have energy for is some extreme diet or 90-minute workout plan. But deep down, you want change. Not because you hate your body, but because you miss feeling like you. Here's the truth no one tells you. Weight gain isn't always about what you're eating. It's about how your body responds to the chaos of modern life. Stress, sleep, hormones, hidden triggers. And yes, that includes how you move. But not in the way you've been told. You don't need a personal trainer. You don't need a gym membership. And you definitely don't need to start running if you hate running. Because right now, there's something you can do that takes no special equipment, no crazy effort, and almost zero extra time. But it could flip your body from fat storage to fat-burning mode. It's walking. But not just walking. The kind that works with your biology, not against it. If you've ever thought walking was too easy to work or not worth your time, I promise this video will change that forever. Because I'm about to show you 8 simple walking tricks scientifically proven to boost fat burning, reduce cravings, balance hormones, and help you feel more energized in your skin, starting today. No shame, no overwhelm, just small steps that add up. So let's start with the simplest shift you can make after every meal that your body will thank you for almost instantly. Let's get one thing straight. Walking isn't useless. But if you've ever thought, this is too easy to do anything, you're not alone. I used to believe the same thing. I'd scroll through fitness videos online, people drenched in sweat, sprinting on treadmills, doing burpees at 6 a.m., and think, well, I guess if I'm not doing that, I'm not really burning fat. So I skipped walking altogether. It felt too soft, too slow, too pointless. But no one told me that walking isn't the problem, it's how we do it. And when. See, most of us grew up thinking cardio means running. The more you sweat, the more fat you burn. But fat loss doesn't work that way. It's not a punishment game, it's a biology game. And walking, done the right way, actually taps into that biology better than most people realize. In fact, it can activate your body's fat-burning switch without stress, soreness, or even a gym membership. You don't need to walk for hours or hit 10,000 steps daily. You need to walk smarter. Your body is wired to burn fat when it feels calm, safe, and steady, not when it's overworked or inflamed. And walking, especially when you time it right and adjust just a few things, can unlock that calm, fat-burning mode like nothing else. So if you've ever dismissed walking as too easy, I'm here to say, give it another look. Not as exercise, but as a tool, a way to reconnect with your body, reset your metabolism, and make progress without burnout. Because once you learn how to walk the right way, you'll start seeing results without adding a single extra hour to your day. So let's look at the first walking hack that flips your body from storage to burn mode. Walk after meal, just 2 minutes. You know the drill. Finish your meal, feel pleasantly full, and naturally, you relax. It could be a scroll through your feed, a quick email reply, or an episode of whatever you're watching lately. It feels like a standard way to wind down, but that innocent little habit, it could be quietly making it harder for your body to burn fat. Here's why. Your blood sugar rises quickly when you sit still after eating. That triggers a surge of insulin, and insulin's job is to clear out that sugar. But it's also good at storing fat, especially around your belly. For a long time, I thought the damage of a meal ended with the last bite. What you do 5 minutes after eating might matter just as much. Here's the good news. You don't need to go for a jog or hit the gym. Just a light walk, even 2 minutes, can reduce post-meal blood sugar spikes by up to 30%. Not a typo, just 2 minutes. That's a slow loop around your living room, pacing during a phone call, or a quick walk with your dog. One of my friends started doing this without even realizing it. She'd take work calls while walking after dinner. A few weeks in, she noticed less bloating, more afternoon energy, and fewer sugar cravings at night. No calorie counting, no significant lifestyle change, just a tiny shift in timing. And that's the point. It's not about doing more, it's about doing better. And sometimes better means getting up and moving, even for a moment. But what if you flip it? What happens when you move before you eat? That might unlock even more fat-burning potential. Let's get into it. Walk before breakfast, before first bite. You wake up feeling a little hungry, and without thinking, your hand's already reaching for the fridge. It's routine's comforting, but what if, just for a week, you tried something different? Instead of grabbing a bite right away, you throw on your shoes and step outside. No need for a long hike. Just a gentle 10 or 15-minute walk around Hirsock. The air is calm, your mind is clear, and here's the magic. Your body is in one of its best fat-burning zones of the day. See, you're naturally in a fasted state when you wake up. Insulin levels are low, blood sugar is steady, and your body is primed to burn stored fat for energy. But the moment you eat, especially any of your carby or sweet foods, insulin spikes and slams the brakes on that process. A short walk before breakfast keeps that window open just a little longer, and it doesn't take much. Studies show fasted walks can increase fat burn and even boost your growth hormone levels by up to 20%. That helps you hold on to your muscle while trimming fat. A double win. One client of mine started doing this after her morning alarm, just a quick loop outside before her toddler woke up. No gym, no sweat, no special gear, just the early light, a bit of movement, and some peace before the day kicked in. It isn't weeks in, she felt. It's clearer and less rushed. This isn't about skipping breakfast forever, but gently shifting your rhythm and helping your body do what it's already designed to do. So tomorrow, before that first bite, try moving first. Even a few minutes can help reset your metabolism, clear your head, and set a tone of momentum for the rest of the day. And if you're wondering how to make those short walks even more effective, the next trick might surprise you. Change speed. 3x3 method. Two people go for a 30-minute walk. One keeps the same pace, earbuds in, and a steady stride. The other switches it up, walking fast for a few minutes, then slowing down to catch their breath and repeating. They both spend the same amount of time. But guess who burns more fat? The second one, by a mile. Here's the thing, most people think the only thing that matters is how long you walk. But the secret is in how you walk. When you alternate your pace, speeding up, it's slowing down. You create waves in your heart rate, and that wave pattern boosts your metabolism, improves oxygen flow, and ignites the afterburn effect. It's a state where your body keeps burning calories for hours after walking. The easiest way to do it? Try the 3x3 method. Walk fast for 3 minutes, slow down, and recover for 3 minutes. Repeat that 5 times. That's it. You still walk for 30 minutes, but the impact is radically different. One study found that people using this simple method lost more body fat and improved their insulin sensitivity better than those who steadily walked for the same time. If 3 minutes feels too long, start with a 1-minute fast, 2-minute don't. The point is the contrast, because that's what trains your body to become a fat-burning machine, even when resting. So next time you head out for a walk, don't just cruise, pulse, shift. Play with the pace, because the magic happens in the change. And now, what if we could double those by changing the ground beneath your feet? Add slope, at least 5%. Have you ever walked up a hill and thought, wow, this feels way harder? That little itch might leave you catching your breath. But here's the twist, that added effort could be doing twice as much for your fat loss. Most people avoid inclines because they assume it's tougher on the knees. But surprisingly, walking on a slight incline, around 5 to 10%, can be gentler on your joints. It shifts the pressure from your knees to your hips and glutes, which are built to handle more of the load. And the fat-burning payoff? Didn't use. Even a modest 5% incline can boost calorie burn by over 50%. Crank it up to 10%, and you could burn double, all without adding a single minute to your walk. I had a client, Jake, who couldn't carve out more time for workouts, but we switched his flat lunchtime stroll to a slightly uphill path near his office. Within 2 weeks, he had more energy, less knee pain, and even needed a tuve notch on his bed-on-aim walk. Same time, just smarter terrain. The key is form. Stand tall, engage your core, and you've let the hill do the heavy lifting. You don't let strain or sprint, just walking a gentle incline, whether outside or on a treadmill, turns your everyday walk into a fat-burning boo-youve. If your progress has stalled, don't automatically think, go longer. Try couldn't beeper. Your metabolism and your waistline will thank you. We've covered how a slope can shape your results, so let's look at something even more subtle. The pace you walk, and how it might be silently working for or against your metabolism. Find your zone 2 using the talk test. Ever gone for a you're with a friend where you could chat comfortably, but singing along to a song felt like a stretch? If so, you were probably right in zone 2. And that's precisely where your body wants to be for steady, sustainable fat loss. Most people either push too hard, thinking sweat equals success, or take it so easily that their body barely notices. But zone 2 is the magic middle. You're moving just enough to wake up your metabolism, without tapping into sugar stores or burning yourself out. At this pace, your body learns to use fat for fuel more efficiently during the walk and long after it's over. In fact, research shows that regular Zone 2 movement can boost fat-burning enzymes by up to 30%, improve how your body handles insulin, and even increase the number and strength of your mitochondria, those tiny plants inside your cells that keep your energy up all day long. Yua Lachel, one of my clients, she used to power walk like she was trying to have a flight, convince us that faster was better. But when she slowed down to a pace where she could hold a conversation, but not belt out a 2 energy leveled out, her cravings dropped and the number on the scale started moving steadily. You've out burnout. So how do you know if you're not in the zone? Just do the talk test. If you speak in complete sentences but singing feels too much, you've nailed it. Stick with that pace for 20-30 minutes a few times, and you'll build a strong fat-burning base that supports everything else. Now that you've found your rhythm, let's dig into one of the biggest silent fat blockers most people overlook: daily stress. Walking in nature. Ever stroll through a quiet park or down a tree-lined street and feel yourself breathe a little deeper, like your shoulders finally relaxed and your mind slowed down? That shift isn't just mental, that's hormonal. And when it comes to fat loss, that calm matters more than you think. Most people walk on a treadmill, phone in hand, checking off steps, and wonder why nothing changes. But here's the truth. Chronic stress, especially elevated cortisol, is one of the biggest reasons fat loss stalls. Wouldn't tell your body to store fat, especially around your belly, as if it's bracing for a crisis. But here's the good news. Just 15 minutes of walking in a green space can drop cortisol by up to 14%. No extra speed or distance needed. Just trees, grass, or even a few plants in your line of sight. Your heart rate calms, your nervous system resets, and your body starts letting go of that emergency mode. One of my clients, Jason, had been walking daily, same time, same path, same pace, but everything shifted when he swapped the treadmill for a few loops around his local park. He's sleeping better, his late-night visions disappeared, and after a couple of weeks, the belly fat that had refused to budge, it finally started to move. You don't need to hike through the mountains. These benefits exist: a quiet street, a patch of trees, even a schoolyard. It's a route. Any greenery counts. Nature doesn't just calm your mind, it tells your body, you're safe now, you can let go. And once your stress is in check, your body becomes more responsive. So now the question is, how do you turn all of this into a habit, even on a day when motivation disappears? Let's talk about that next. Walking in nature. You know that little rush you get when you check something off your to-do list? That quiet yes moment? That's your brain's reward system lighting up, and you can use that same psychology to fuel your fat loss. How? With step tracking. Most people don't stop walking because they're lazy. They stop because they forget. Here's busy, the day slips away, or they think, a few extra steps won't make a difference. But the research says that just being aware of those steps leads to more movement, without extra effort. In fact, studies show people naturally increase their steps by over 3,000 a day, simply by tracking them. I had a client, Rachel, who swore she wasn't active, but once she checked her phone's You've app, she realized she's already walking 4,000 steps at work without even noticing. So we didn't overhaul her life. We just added a small goal: 500 extra steps a day. Once you've got it, it feels easy. 3 weeks in, she was consistently hitting 7,000. She had more energy, less stress, and slept better than in months. No gym, no big commitment, just quiet, steady momentum, because she could see it happening. So that's our first step, literally. Track your current 3-day average. You can use your phone, a smartwatch, or a simple pedometer. Then aim for 500 more steps a day. That's one loop around the block, a few laps while you're on your own, or a quick post-dinner stroll. It's not about chasing perfection. It's about stacking small wins until they become a lifestyle you don't trust. And once that habit is in place, you're ready for the final walking upgrade. It's a strategy firefighters, athletes, and military recruits use to burn more fat without running a single step. Let's dive into that next. Add weight, rucking. If running or hitting the gym sounds exhausting or not your thing, there's a more innovative, straightforward way to upgrade your walks. Rucking. And it's way easier than it sounds. Here's how it works. You walk like you usually do, but with a bit of added weight. That's not fancy equipment, no gym membership, no intense workout. Just toss a few items, like water bottles, canned goods, or books, into a backpack. Start with 5 to 10% of your body weight and head out on your usual route. What changes? Let's You'll activate more muscles, especially in your legs, core, and upper back. You'll burn up to 50% more calories without walking any farther, and you'll build strength in the muscles that matter in your posture, balance, and everyday movement. Plus, it helps boost density and can ease back pain over time. One of my clients, Jason, hated running and barely had time for the gym. We keep you simple: a 10-pound backpack, 15-minute walks after work. Within weeks, his energy was up, his belly started shrinking, and he told me, "It's like I can't train, and that's without the gym." The secret is to start light and focus on form. Stand tall, keep your core engaged, don't let your shoulders slump. If the weight feels awkward on your back, hold it in front like a weighted vest to support your posture. I've tweaked it, but it can change how your body responds to walking. Now that it's got all the walking hacks in your back pocket, let's go with it. It's the fastest fat loss tool, a 60-second drink that melts belly bloat using ingredients you probably already have in your body. I'll show you how in the following video. Next step, the 1-minute drink that reduces bloating. Protection. You've tried it through the walking hacks, and now you know fat loss doesn't have to mean hours at the gym or extreme diets. It's done consistently, and it can change its entire body. But if you're still super busy, working long hours, barely catching a breath, you might wonder, is there anything even faster I can do? Especially on the days I can't walk? Let's see if this comes in. A 1-minute detox drink, made with ingredients you already have at home, that helps flush bloat, support your liver, and kick fat burning into gear, without caffeine, without crash diets, and without costing more than $1. I've shared it with hundreds of clients when they wanted to jumpstart fat loss, and it's perfect to pair with everything you just learned. This isn't a gimmick, it's a gentle daily ritual that takes almost no effort, but can help you drop up to $4 in the next 10 days, especially if your body's been stuck or inflamed. In the following video, I'll walk you through the exact ingredients, the best time to drink it, and 3 mistakes to avoid that could cancel your results. It's short, simple, and honestly, it's become part of my morning routine. So if you want to keep this momentum going, if you're ready to feel lighter, more transparent, and leaner in the next 10 days, click the following video, and let's keep the fat burning going. Thanks for watching. Remember, your health is your greatest asset. If you found this video helpful, give it a like. Share it with someone who might need it. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We'll keep bringing you clear, science-backed information on obesity, weight control, and living your healthiest life, so you can take charge of your future, starting today.